expected to be a $17 billion market. And cumulatively, if you take year by year, a cumulative value, it is a $79 billion market. So interestingly, this journey from $8 billion to $17 billion is not going to happen by itself. What it indicates, there is an opportunity, but we have to work for it. So few insights I would like to highlight. This is based on our diamond acquisition study, which we do at a very micro level for the Indian market and certain key market globally. Okay, why the global luxury brands, or you say the category per se, is growing in India? There's a clear shift happening, or I would say the whole consumer base is increasing. Currently, if you look at the consumer base for luxury product, from 400 million, it is going to be a 500 million people by 2030. So that is an increase, almost like a 20% increase in the segment of mid and the high income consumer base. So this is an indication of many factors. Why there is an increase in the economy, or I would say the appetite for the luxury product is increasing because there is a surplus money. And that is coming because of microeconomies is doing very, very strong in India. The Indian, I would say the women diamond jewelry, they split into different category. The biggest category is, we think that it is wedding jewelry. Actually, it is a sale purchase category, which is the biggest in that whole scheme of thing. Today, this woman is not waiting for any occasion or any special moment to buy the jewelry. They have the money, they have the power of decision making, and they're just buying it whenever they feel like. And I remember long back, Paul Rowley once during the charity dinner, he shared one statistic. And I will use that statistic here. Though the largest economy in the world is not US or China, it is the women economy. Okay. So if you look at the whole workforce, or there is the upliftment of women coming into the main work stream, is actually empowering them in many ways. After self-purchase, it is the non-wedding, diamond acquisition, jewelry acquisition is happening. These are basically primarily celebrating the milestones, or like anniversary, birthday, those kind of gifting is a big segment. And of course, we say around 11%, which is very, very specifically to wedding category. What are the trends actually changing in India when, post diamond acquisition study? Interestingly, of course, everybody is not a hidden secret now. It's 76% of the diamond jewelry buyers are from Millennial and Gen Z, what the segment is looking at. That is, they are in fact the biggest buyer for the diamond jewelry category. 51% of people want to buy diamond jewelry which they can wear every day. They don't want to buy a jewelry which stays in the locker. They wear it one time and stays in the locker. They want to buy a jewelry which is more transformational. That means I can wear the same earring or a ring during my office, but after that, if I have to go for a party with my friends, I can change my dress and still carry those products. So they are looking for a product which is more everyday wear kind of thing. 64% of the buyer of diamond jewelry, they feel there is a sense of strength, or I would say they feel strong when they buy diamond jewelry. It is an expression of, I would say, their personality. No matter what kind of jewelry you wear, but when you wear a diamond jewelry, you are there making a statement, and that makes them feel stronger. Again, 13% of diamond jewelry comes from gifting. People expect, I wish there is a diamond jewelry which comes as a gifting. And most interestingly, 58% of the buyer, they believe that natural diamond jewelry or a product per se will hold its value. Again, when we look at the market, most of the brand, they focus on market, which is, of course, the Tier 1 segment. But interestingly, with the growing economy, I think a lot of initiative which is taken by the government is also helping us, our category, to grow. Of course, the big drivers are the Tier 1 cities, which is there, but still there's a lot of collectively from Tier 2 to Tier 5, which is close to around 44% of the business. So I think those markets are also very important, and as a business leader, you need to make sure that those market has some kind of, opportunity which is offering that need to be addressed. If we break it, where is the opportunity lies in terms of if you divide India into northwest, east, south, then of course south remains very, very dominantly strong in terms of value. Of course, in terms of volume, it is always north, where you get more volume for diamond jewelry, but value-wise, south remains strong, followed by west. West and north pretty much almost similar, and east is also growing in terms of the category for diamond. And in fact, east remains a very high growth market for diamond jewelry. Even since their base was low, there's still a lot to catch. And by age, again, it is very clear that between the age group of 18 to 34, majority of buying is happening from that segment. And as I told in the previous slide, Gen Z and millennials are the major, people or the client who are aspiring to buy diamond jewelry. A key market driver, I would say, as in the previous slide, it is 51% of the categories will be everyday jewelry. 23% of the client feel that diamond jewelry helps them express their relationship milestone that continues to be stronger. 22% of diamond acquirers celebrate personal milestone through diamond jewelry. And of course, 13% desired to be, as a gifted. When you look at trend, what is that when we check about in the top 3 product what they own from 2018 to 2022, there is a shift happening. It is actually getting reversed. So initially people in 2018, people used to think that, okay, diamond jewelry is that one top thing they want to first own it and then followed by the gadget. But I think COVID, or I would say the need of the business, everything is moving to one device that is mobile. Even they want to buy a diamond jewelry, they want to browse, they want to experience, they want to learn, and then they buy. But good thing is that diamond is still holding up there in the top 3 priorities. Again, in terms of motivation to buy natural diamonds, celebrating the relationship milestone, personal milestone, expression of love, these are the top priority. But interestingly, for India, I had a saving or additional disposal, so they want to still invest in, say, jewelry, because in India, the jewelry is just not the store of, it's just not for adornment, but I think it's also store for wealth. So that continues to be stronger. As I said, as a business, we are focusing on, jewelry, which is more transformational, everyday wearing, and special occasion and other category what we are looking at. One thing which I want to touch at the last bit is, sustainability. When we talk about business, this is just one of the topic which we don't put too much of importance. But research is actually very, very surprising. And this is a global, of course, it has some effect to the local market. And India, in fact, it is growing. A couple of years back when we were checking with the end client, do the origin makes any sense when you buy a jewelry or a diamond? Actually in India, 5 years, 6 years back, they used to never care about it. They don't care from where it is coming, what it good does to the society. But things are changing rapidly because of the flow of information. So when we ask around to our audience, 88% of people want to buy a product, not just a diamond jewelry particularly, but any product they want to know the origin of it. People are willing, 92% of the people are willing to pay extra to get that sense of authentication. In our category, it is a certification of origin. CSR is a big aspect. 70 to 74% of the client, they want to know what is that as an organization we are contributing back to the society. And now we are introducing a program called Origin. In fact, when we do research, okay, now the client are saying, okay, you are doing a CSR activity, that's fine, but what is my purchase is impacting to somebody in the society? So we are working with the help of a technology that how we can show that if you buy a product from De Beers, so that you know that there is this Maria who is sitting in some African countries, that Maria's education has been sponsored. So we are working on certain technology through which we will be able to demonstrate that. And of course, for millennials, people who are particularly in our category, Gen Z and millennials are the main one, they do really care about the environment. They want to live in a better environment, better society, and that's what they're looking, and they're looking for the brand, or across the category, which is doing something good to the society and giving back to the community. With this, I would say, quick one from my side, and I would be happy to talk and engage after this, quick insight which I put forward.
Amit, hi. Can I ask?
For Amit, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Amit. Amit, you showed a slide on sustainability. Is that data catering to India or is it a global data?
It is a global data, but when we check in India, that percentage is growing very, very significantly. Not everything is so relevant to as of now, but one of the things is people want authentic certification because particularly in our category, there is mixed information flows. So they are looking for a third-party assurance wherein, they can guarantee or they are rest assured that they're buying a product which is genuine, or if they're buying a natural product, they want to have a certification to authenticate that. So right now, the Indian mind is looking at a genuinity in the product, what they're buying, but eventually we are looking at things wherein they are looking forward that where it is coming from. Those are right now maybe a secondary impact, I would say, but slowly people are trying to...
But you believe that CSR, origin, all this would be like what, 10% to the global market, what India would be asking or India consumer is asking?
The reality is, if I may put it this way, whether those factors are changing the decision-making process or helping them to buy more, definitely not. But in India, as of now, it is a feel-good factor, but that conscious is growing rapidly. Like, if I look at my daughter who is now 12 years, she cares about the environment. We say that every time in the house, there's a light which is on, and nobody is in the room, she gets upset and she, makes sure that it is switched off immediately. Where is she learning from? She is learning from her school, which is a global education, and she is always on net to do her research or studies. I think those are the things which they are, things they're learning now. And people are becoming very, very conscious of environment. So it is not impacting now, but we see in next 5 to 10 years, that will be a big shift in that. And just to give you an example, in fact, the industry leader, if I may take, who are into large retailing, even if they are making sure that the manufacturers are following certain compliances, certain working standards, these are, I think, the initiative which is helping the industry to go in a more organized way, giving better environment to the people who are working, so forth. I think there's a lot of progress happening in that area also.
Anyone else for any questions?
Yeah, hi Amit. Thank you for being here. So, Amit, right now the diamond trade is going through a little transformational phase with this lot of talk about natural and lab grown and all this. Do you have any data on the research or the Indian consumer's mindset vis-a-vis the natural diamond jewelry? Because there is a lot of talk. I don't see actually it getting transformed into demand going towards lab grown or the retailers rushing to open the lab grown jewelry stores. All the big retailers are still having solid plans to continue opening the natural diamond jewelry stores. Do you have any concrete data or study on the Indian consumer's mindset vis-a-vis the natural diamond jewelry?
Nirabhay, actually, this is a so important and so valid question in current scenario, actually. If you look at the whole diamond consumption pattern, which is the biggest country which consumes the largest polished diamond is, of course, US, 50%, followed by China around 20%. India, which used to be 6%, now we are almost like 12% of the polished consumption is happening. So definitely, the potential of natural diamond is growing. I would say the market expanding by value, volume, everything. Now coming to your question of lab grown, how does it is impact? If we look back just 2 years back, okay, the USA was in a completely different direction, wherein people were jumping into the lab grown, wherein they were seeing the maximum potential, lot of promise. But just 2 years from now, there is a big U-turn happening. Companies are doing good top line, the bottom line is completely shrinking down. So reality remains that no business can run if that doesn't make a commercial sense to it. So the typical situation in lab grown is that people don't know what price to buy and what price to sell, and what is that you have to assure it to the end client. So that is a lot of ambiguity in that space. Two, whether there is a market or not, yes, there is a market for it. But is it just like natural? Because most of the people are, biggest mistake they are doing, according to me, is they are positioning it natural. Having a chemical property same does not make it natural, okay? So if it is a cost plus approach, then probably there is a potential I see. And it is need to be fun, flawless. It need to be in everything what you want to explore. The things which you can't do in natural diamond, because when you do into natural business, you want to have a maximum yield so that we have maximum value. Lab grown, you don't have those complications. Maybe you should try something different, which you are scared to try in the natural diamond. That is a market, but it is completely far away from the preciousness, or I would say the luxury space, I would say right now. Coming to Indian market, Nirabhai, when I speak to a lot of friends in the industry, there is a lot of FOMO happening. Okay, am I missing out? Am I missing out? And the back of the mind or the background, a lot of them people are actually doing it. They are trying it in a different way, but nobody is having the courage to go out and tell them to the end client, okay, this is better or this is XYZ. Primary reason is that they themselves are not sure which is the future. And I continuously urge everybody and ask the same question, have you achieved everything in natural diamond what you have desired? And the answer is very common in across the industry people is that they see a lot of potential in natural diamond. So their focus is still in natural diamond. That is a FOMO. I'm sure with what's happening in the industry trend, people will understand eventually. Even though people who are into our business, it's a legacy business. We are transforming, we are adopting, we are changing, but we should not forget that it is a store of wealth. It is a trust what you are building over the time, and what is that you are giving to the next generation. If it is it's a quick money you want to make, doesn't want to build a legacy, or you don't want to continue this legacy, maybe you can do whatever you want to do. By natural lab grown, there are many other opportunities. But I think the inherent and value of Indian is it's just not a store of, it is not just for adornment, it's a store of wealth. I think in that sense, I see a limited space for lab grown in the category of precious jewelry segment.
Thank you, Amit.
A long one, but I think I'm trying to...
But very relevant and very important for the industry to know about this. The De Beers view is really, it holds value. And one more, not about India, but last year we faced a lot of challenges in exports, and China is still not opening up. So do you have any data on that? And what has happened to the Chinese consumers post-COVID? Their love for diamonds, they are just not buying diamonds anymore, or what is happening?
So I think for China, particularly, Nirabhai, what's happening is that what internally we discuss and research, what we find, it is nothing to do wrong with the category. It is more to do with the economical, I would say economy environment, what is the real estate is big time failing. There is a default happening in the government bond. So people are losing confidence in government bonds. So where do they invest? And gold is the safe haven to invest. And what happened during COVID, wherein people had the challenging time, they went back, and unlike India, there was nothing like a buyback or a assured thing in a diamond jewelry in other market. So people lost light confidence in that segment. That's why you see China is heavily buying gold. As an end client, they are buying, investing a lot in gold. But does that mean diamond as a category is not doing? Luxury brands are still thriving in China. So there is an aspiration, but there is a correction which is happening in the mid and the premium segment. Luxury remains a strong, all the brands are focusing in China. In fact, today you cannot dream a luxury brand without being successful in China. So from that sense, I think China will take some more time till they get stability in their economy. I think long-term wise, everybody is optimistic about China, and There's a lot of initiative, even as a De Beers we are doing. Recently, we just signed an agreement with Charter Folk. It will come to news in a couple of weeks. So there's a lot of investment going. What we did a similar kind of in US, and China is also getting some investment out there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Amit, for giving us a lowdown on the diamond consumption. May I now request Nirav Bansali to please come on the stage. We can present a small memento to sir.
So I will take the liberty of knowing Nirav Bhai and few of the GJPC member, and I just want to tell one small story. In fact, I was just telling it Mansukh. Nirav, please, you can come here. So this is a story about a king who had a beautiful princess, and the princess was, getting, being from a teen, she was becoming a beautiful woman, and the time for marriage was there, And the king went to the daughter and they said, look, my beautiful princess, this is a high time and I want you to get married. So the princess said, Dad, we are the biggest kingdom in this entire world. And I want to make sure that whoever I marry, he should be worthwhile for those marriage. So the Raja said, okay, you tell me what is your wish. Then the princess said, okay, we have this big river. Although it is full of a lot of crocodile, reptiles and everybody, but I want to get married to a guy who will swim from that end and come to this side. Okay. So Raja, being Raja, did the whole announcement and everybody gathered out there on the other side of the river. And everybody is debating who will go there, who will do this, kaun jayega, Raja, princess bhi bahut sundar hai, Raja ke paas bahut dhan hai. Everybody is curious. Suddenly ek awaaz aaya, chhap karke. And then you see a young guy inside the water, struggled for half an hour, and he came outside the other side of the river. And after coming out, his first question was, ki dhakka kisne mara? Okay. So I think I must give this credit that GJPC, through these platforms like 40 Under 40, is creating a platform wherein they are trying to give a virtual push or a nudging everybody, to how to do business. So there is a dhakka coming from in a softer way. I think people who are into this business do understand the potential of this business. And I have worked I've sold shoes, Nike shoes, my first job, to fashion, and then this one. I think last 12 years, when I see gems and jewelry as a category, the spirit of entrepreneurship is most amazing one. And this business is the blessed one, wherein you have risk is only 10%. Okay, rest all is your wealth. It is how we get adapted to ourselves, to the future business, that is more critical. And I think what you guys are doing, Nirav Bhai, it is amazing. Nirav Bhai was upset with me once we had the green plantation drive is there, which is done by JJPC. We contributed less. I honestly confess that, Nirav Bhai, but we will contribute more this time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Milan Choksi to please come up and introduce our next dynamic speaker. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So let's welcome Ashish, Ashish Patil. I know him as Ashish, Chief Storyteller, CEO, co-founder of Especial Stratcon. Introducing the super talented Ashish, he's been in the media world for over 28 years, writer, producer, director, author, a significant amount of impact on Indian cinema, heading youth films, talent management, brand partnerships, and digital originals at Yash Raj. And recognized globally, Ashish was listed in Ad Age's Creative 50 in 2016 alongside Prince and Elon Musk. So his creative genius shines through 4 feature films, including Meri Dad Ki Maruti, Bank Chor, and trailblazing web content like the Cannes Grand Prix Glass Lion winner Six Pack Band. As former CEO of MTV India, Ashish redefined youth culture, launching famous franchises like Roadies and Splitsville. Besides his professional achievements, Ashish is a devoted father and advocate for autism awareness, which is reflected in his book, Goldie Boy and the Three Apes. Let's hear it for Ashish. I must tell you guys, in disclaimer, I know Ashish personally. His wife and my wife have been best friends for 25 years, so we've spent a lot of time at the back of the room at parties, watching everyone else have fun. So Ashish, it's all yours, take it.
Are you guys able to hear me? I'm not sure of the mic. Yeah, okay, great. After an introduction like that, I can't wait to hear myself speak. So thanks so much, Milind. And of course, we will leave out the parts about what we were doing at the back of those parties. But thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It's great to be in a room with so many people with so much money. Sorry, I mean, so much diamonds. No, sorry, one sec. I meant so much smarts. So clearly you guys have had a really compelling session and fabulous full house. What an interesting time it is to be in this industry. And you know, a couple of interesting things that popped up, which Milind was telling me about, a couple of sessions that you guys have had. Are you able to get it on? So, are you having some trouble with your equipment? A woman once left me because of that, but we'll not go there. Sorry? अब वहीं पे check कर लो अब, ठीक है ना? He's gone to the Grand Hyatt homepage. Can you just switch that back, please? Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much, really, for inviting me. And when in doubt, put up Shah Rukh Khan on the screen, and then you can rarely ever go wrong with it. So, do you guys have a clicker? Should I use that? You know, I'm going to talk about the only thing that I've learned over the years, which is telling stories. Milind told me the description of that topic was something, I mean, it really sounded like it was ChatGPT generated because it had stuff like elevate and embrace and, you know, all kinds